That's the first time I died. What happened to you? They were vomits.
Winston. Winston CBB. What's up, Winston? Good morning. Filipino? Huh? Winston? Sorry, I don't recognize you. But you've got a moderator, so sorry. I don't remember. Mabuti po. Okay. So you are Filipino. Ikaw. Where are you, Winston? Saan ka nakatira sa Pinas? What is CBB? Sunfish. You're back. What's up, bro? Hey, whatever happened to what's the name of this channel again? Something tree. Not green tree. Help me out. What's his channel again? Oh, you're in Cavite. Are you near Tagaytay? Are you in the south part of Cavite? Yeah, ET chatter. The Cuchara and Pinador over there. Noodle fan. Isaiah. What's up, Isaiah? Great name, by the way. How you doing? Dude, bro. Now, who are you guys? What's going on? GTI chatter. Do you have a GTI? Kraken plays. What's up, bro? Hardly. Oh, you do? Cool. Did you modify it or is it stock? Omori from Indonesia. Kumusta? Louis, that's right. What's up, bro? Joe Biden, Celtics for Mavericks. Say what? Say yes if there's a 1-year-old baby in your basement. What does that mean? Gear Jammer. That's right. What is it? Save America again. Stage 2, catback, stock turbo though. Oh, it comes with a turbo. Hey, from Germany. That's right. Gear Jammer. Right on. Yep. Sleepy Joe has to go. Bonnie. The edited girl. I love all these Hoorah. Gosh, I didn't realize. My hat must have triggered a the YouTube algorithm, because I've never gotten so many Trump supporters. I'm a subscribe. Thanks, Chance Martin. Land of the free. Aubrey. Side eye grandpa? What is side eye? Sorry. I'm wearing contacts. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Bonnie. Now, where does side eye come from, Aubrey? Is that a South slang or something? Actually, you do on occasion. Bob, Robert, April. Yeah, for the third time in a row. Sure to vote. I have a t-shirt that says goats are like toasters because I'm afraid of mushrooms. Hopefully it's going to bother you. I have no idea what this channel is about, but thank you for sharing the video live. Have a great day. Rebecca, stay. The channel is just random right now. I was bored and I just popped on. Iceman, he's brilliant. What are you talking about? Yeah, I agree, Josh. I can't imagine Mr. Biden going to sleep at night and saying, God, I'm glad I'm doing a good job. Seriously. I mean, seriously? Does he go to sleep and really believe he's got the support of America? Above his bed. Right on. Joe Mama. Hola, ¿cómo está? That's right, Kobluckton. Biden is way better than Trump. I think that's what Biden's saying when he goes to bed, too. Hoorah, Gear Jammer. Cool. Robert. I have a shirt that says Trump 24. I'll be back. I'm sorry, unusual user. I don't know Drake and Kendrick beef. I really don't. Sorry. Sleepy Joe's running something, or he ain't running anything. How about that? Rebecca. Historically, Rebecca, Democrats have been against Republicans because they're Christian. And it's been that battle ever since. They won't allow Christianity into the mix. Democrat, Republican. I didn't know that until I was educated. And that makes sense. It's a spiritual battle, and Republicans against Democrats, it fits. I kind of wonder why Democrat is prefixed with DEMO, demo, at an end to that. Kind of fits. Satan against God himself. Oh yeah, I think Trump can sleep at night. So who are you going to vote for, Iceman? You? I bet you're against the military also. There you go. Obama, second worst president next to Biden. Hoorah. I have no idea, Chance, how it happened. Well, I have an idea, but Chief Tiger. I have not, Chance. I live, though, 30 miles from Wildwood, where he had that 100,000 plus people turn out. Gosh, I'm so sorry, guys. I can't keep up with. Actually, I'm doing pretty good. Trump is the greatest Antichrist? Don't know about that. You know, Rebecca, you spend enough time in somebody's closet and you're going to be able to find a lot of skeletons. You know, so you can't, don't play that card with people and trying to point out their faults and what they've done wrong. You don't want to see my closet. But do I believe in Christ? Absolutely. He's the only person that makes sense as to what I see around in this world, in this universe. So you can't go there. Look at Paul or Saul. He was a persecutor of Christians. He murdered Christians. And then God used him as his voice to bring others to Christ. Can you imagine? I was just listening to a preaching today on the radio. Can you imagine when Paul first appeared in church for the very first time, and those that knew his background and what he did and what he used to be? Sound familiar? You're using Trump's background to point out faults. This man was a murderer of Christians, Paul, formerly Saul. And God used him in the greatest way, one of the greatest ways known, and turned him into what he wasn't before. That's right. That's right. Yeah. People don't know. Go Blackton. People that don't understand what do we expect them to say. That's like hurting people. What do you expect broken people? What type of behavior do you expect broken people to behave like? You expect them to behave with the broken behavior, i.e. murder, womanizer, what else? We're going to fill in the blank. What other behavior is broken? Homosexuality, running a stop sign, making mistakes. What do you expect broken people to do? Broken things. So, like Kobluchton said, what people need is they need to be fixed. And there's only one answer. There's only one way we got here. And that way is the truth. So, matter of fact, John 14:6 says exactly that. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. You know, that statement is either 100% true or it's 100% false. I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by, he's talking about himself, by Jesus Christ. That's either 100% true or 100% false. There's your answer. You're the grandpa I never had to be? Oh, to be honest, I'm sorry. You're the grandpa I never had, to be honest. I got you. You got to put some periods and commas in your sentences. Oh, same age, Gear Jammer. Hoorah. Are you a grandfather yet, Gear Jammer? Hey, watch the language, guys, or I'm going to have to get rid of you. If you would, please. That's an honest request. Riker, Rebecca, Gear Jammer, Roddy Fizzle, Chance. I'm in New Jersey, not from New Jersey, but I'm in New Jersey. Yeah, punctuation is key. That's a Facebook trend. I shouldn't say Facebook. It's a chat trend. No punctuation. Devise whatever sentence you want out of what someone says. Chance, where are you? Oh, you're only 13. What do you mean the grandpa you never had? Your dad didn't have a dad? Or did he die before you knew him? I was a Navy corpsman, Josh. Why do you ask? Oh, not far. I'm 45 minutes from Philly. Eds, sorry, I just saw you, Miss Eds. ¿Cómo está, Eds? Oh, you're in Virginia. Very good. Yeah, Josh, how did you, or what, yeah, what made you ask if I was a Marine? I'm looking around trying to figure out, what do I have on me that show that I... Yeah, we have family in Laurel, Maryland. I'm sure you heard of Mabutipo, Ikaw, Eds. Oh, you're a Ranger. Well, yeah, why did you ask if I was a Marine? Curious. Mashallah, Habibi. Walang anuman. I mean, let's see. Wa alaikum assalam. When you know, you know. Yep, you've been to Laurel. My wife's sister lives in Laurel. It's a 3-hour drive for us from here to Laurel. Yalla, 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 zoog, zoog. Say that 10 times. Well, hoorah, Josh. God is good. You put together a great military. Yeah, I was deployed 2004, 2005 with the 123 Marines out of Houston, Texas, Josh, as a Navy corpsman, one of their Navy corpsmen. Art! Salami in your butt. Oh, good. Well, get a hold of your grandpa whenever you get a chance and go fishing with him or something. My grandson is 12, and I just went down to Florida and did some fishing out of my kayak with him. I'll sit on top, tandem. Josh, how old are you, and what is your MOS? You're a ranger in the Army. I don't know the nomenclature for Army. So. You did? All right, Bluckton. Yeah, well, gosh, now you know who I am. I appear randomly every now and then. Yeah, subscribe and, do all that. Leave a comment so I can see your notification. 80, Gear Jammer. So you must have just turned 61, because I'll be 62 in August. I'm class of 80. Thanks, Chance. Madison High School, San Diego, California. How about you, Gear Jammer? Tell me your story. So you just turned 60. You got a late or early birthday, super early birthday. Okay. So I'm 1 year ahead of you. I was born in 62. You were born in 63. Oh, well, good, Chance. That's cool. Your dad's dad. Lennon. How are you, Lennon Shook? Where are you from, Lennon? Wow, I had a flood of people come to or stop on my channel. That was a first. I was saying my hat must have triggered something on the algorithm, and people just flew here. Are you really going to Jersey? Well, if you go to Atlantic City, you'll probably drive right by me. I'm like 10 miles off the coast from the boardwalk. Speaking of Trump Plaza, what's the other one? Trump Plaza, gosh, I don't even know. Anyways, the hotel's down there in the boardwalk. Yeah, look for me on. I know Lake Elsinore well, Gear Jammer. Yeah. Wait, Lake Elsinore. That's not where the London Bridge is it, Gear Jammer? Where's the London Bridge? That's Lake. Is that Lake Elsinore? And you're in Oklahoma now. I have family from Bartlesville, Oklahoma. Wow, small world, huh? Oh, Lake Havasu, thank you. I forgot. Yes, it's Lake Havasu. I knew that. But I'm familiar with Lake Elsinore as well. Downport, Chickasha, good old Indian territory, right? Do you have a gun in your truck on the cab behind you? a rifle, I mean? You have a rifle rack in your truck? Oh, Gear Jammer, Bowlegs High School, Bowlegs, Oklahoma, class of 1981. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. Let's see, Chance. Can you tell me a story about your experience in the military? It would make my day since my grandpa tells me stories about experience as a Marine. Is that what you meant? Bartlesville's north of Chickasha. Ah, gotcha. Sure. Here's my story, Chance. When I was in high school, graduation, right around graduation, all branches of the military come to the high school, usually, and they try to do their, what do you call it, their recruitment. So there's a representative from the Marines, the Navy, the Army, and the Air Force, and they come to the class and they hand out their brochures, and they give their spiel, trying to reel you in and get you interested. Well, part of that was they set up their kiosks or their tents out on the football field. My high school was a big, had a large football field with lights and grandstands. A lot of the night games were held at my high school from other schools because they didn't have night lights. So we had a huge stadium, or I should say a huge football field. And all the branches of the military came and set up their tents around the football field. So of course we were all let out early during lunchtime, and we had hot dogs and hamburgers, and they had the whole thing on the football field. And then we got to tour around all the tents, all the kiosks, of the branches of the military. And hold on, Connolly. NHL favorite team? No. Okay, I'll bring it in soon. But anyways, the Navy SEALs were there as well. They had their own separate, and they had a dive tank, and some diver going down in the water, and he was demonstrating certain things. So anyways, of course, Navy SEALs was kind of a big topic then as well, and I was, interested in what they had to say and, what they were all about. So I went over there, Navy. I went over to their tent, and I started asking questions, and I got their brochures and so on. But I never took the bait in the Navy or any branch of the service in high school. My dad was let me turn this music down. Sorry. Give me a second here. There we go. So Josh, real quick, I'm 42, Rangers, 75th Regiment, Special Forces. Awesome. And you're still here. Praise God. That's right. Just do your job and get home. That's the two focuses while you're there. Do your job and get home. So anyways, Chance, I didn't join the service back in high school. My dad was in the Navy for 4 years. I always saw his plaque on the wall in his bedroom during the Vietnam era. So I didn't join the service, when I was 18. Well, fast forward 19 years. I delivered all over San Diego, MCRD, Miramar, 32nd Street. There you go. Well, hold that thought, Gear Jammer. I'm actually telling a story that involves 32nd Street. Yeah, my dad would have been 85 if he was still alive. So fast forward 19 years. 19 plus 18 is 37 years old. Actually, I was 36. So fast forward about 18 years. And I'm a dad and a husband, and I was a paramedic in the civilian world. I had my paramedic license, and I worked in California, Oregon, Louisiana. And I was actually in Louisiana when I heard about this program called the APG program. It's the Advanced Pay Grade program in the military. And I didn't know about this. A lot of people didn't. But a program similar to this advanced pay grade I was told, has always been around since like World War II, where they take people from the civilian world and they apply your civilian experience or your civilian degree, if you have a degree, and they'll bring you into the military and use your civilian experience and education and apply it directly towards some field in the military. So now they don't have to pay money to train you. You're already trained. So they look at your resume, basically, and they look at what your accomplishments are, and they apply it directly into the military if they can. And then they will bring you in at a higher pay rate or rank or rank. So that's what they did with me. They looked at my resume. I was a civilian paramedic. I had this much training already. It was directly transferable into the Navy and the Army. It could have been any branch. Well, not the Marines, because they don't have their own medical department. The Navy provides the medical care for the Marine Corps, if you didn't know that. The Army has their own medical. The Air Force has their own medical. The Marines do not. Navy provides the medical for the Marine Corps. So I'm reading your comments. I'm telling the story at the same time. Oh, Chance. I actually got my name from the movie called Taking Chance. That's what I let you know. Cool. So anyways, I went down to a recruiter's trailer when I was 36 years old after hearing about this program. I heard about it when I was in Louisiana chasing a lady, and that's another story. And actually, I think it was her that told me about this program, or she brought home some information for me. And when I left Louisiana and went back to California, I went into a recruiter's trailer, Army on one side of the hallway, Navy on the other side, and I had my brochure in my hand. All right, Chance. But that's how I ended up joining the Navy. I applied my paramedic license into the Navy, and then I got deployed in 2004, 2005 over to Iraq with the 123 Marines to help provide medical support for them. So that's just to let you know, the cutoff age for the military now is 42. It was 37. That's how I joined. They've increased it 5 years, and the cutoff age is 42. So you can join the military at 42 and do 20 years and get out at 62. I did not stay 20 years. I got out because I was feeling pretty unsafe after Iraq and decided to get out after my 8-year contract expired. So I did 1999 through 2007. And I said, thank you very much. And I left the Navy with 8 years and 1 deployment to Iraq. FOB HIT, HIT, next to the Euphrates River. Pretty cool, though. So, yeah, your grandpa was in the invasion D-Day. He was born 1920. Wow, cool stories. I bet he has a bunch. That's awesome. Well, hey, guys, I might come back on. I can come back on, but I might not have a camera. I've got a smart TV staring at me in front of me. I can use that to get on StreamYard. But my son wants his phone back, and that's the phone I'm using right now. So I'm gonna give it back to him.
Wait.
Oh, hold on. What's that? Oh, so I can keep using it? Is that what you're saying?
June.
What's June? Yes. Okay, my son's telling me to wait. IE Saudi blog. Mustaka. And you deliver. What did you do, Gear Jammer?
Class.
What's that, Jordan?
She assigned us to do work online instead of in person.
So you're not going to school? Is that what you said? Oh, okay. He's doing a online class tomorrow instead of going to physically appearing. All right, Josh. Yeah, you too. Are you home now, or are you active? Oh, okay. Cool. You delivered chemical fertilizers. That sounds dangerous when you say those words. It wasn't ammonium nitrate, was it? Uh, Aí, como está? Well, the rush of Trump. Maybe I should show my hat a little more. Maybe that'll trigger the algorithm again, and a slew of people will come flying in. That was pretty cool. That was like the biggest flood of. Are you waiting, Jordan? Still? Huh? Okay. 29 Palms. That's where I was deployed. So, wow, you got around. Just to add to my story, Gear Jammer, I was in Bakersfield, California. That's where I was living with my wife, my current wife, and actually my son as well. Or wait, no, he wasn't born yet. And with my eldest son. And then, wait, I'm still here. My phone all of a sudden just went black and it shut off. April, April VZ or VZ. Oh, so I was saying, oh, I'm sorry, Josh. Well, I hope you do well. Oh, Gear Jammer, seriously. Oh my gulai. Speaking of small worlds, you're a year younger than I am, just about 9 months, 8 months younger than I am. And you were born in Bakersfield in '63. Oh my gosh. I found Tehachapi and fell in love with it. And that's when I married my wife and brought her up there. And then she's a nurse, so she got a job down in Bakersfield at Bakersfield Memorial Hospital. And I was working as a paramedic in Delano. You're familiar with Delano, I'm sure. Yep, Kern General. Oh my gosh, she worked at Kern General. She did. Her first job when she came to California was there at Kern. Isn't that in Tehachapi? Yeah. Anyways, if that's in Tehachapi, that's the one she worked at. And then that's right. Beautiful. God's, what is the motto for Tehachapi? The land of three seasons. Remember the plaque on Highway 50? Is it 57? No, it's going east-west. 56, going up the mountain. Yeah, at the top of the mountain, as you enter Tehachapi, it says "Land of Four Seasons." Yeah, so I worked as a paramedic in Delano. I'll be dang! Oh my gosh, dude, who are you? Do I know you? Oh, that's awesome. 58. Okay. I knew it was 50 something. And I know it's not an odd number. That goes north south. Even numbers go east west. Yeah, 58. Got the dreaded 58 in the fog. My wife and I tonight were talking about the blast from the past when she spun out on an on-ramp up in Tehachapi, getting on 58, going west down into Bakersfield. She spun out in the snow and ice once, called me screaming, scared to death. Honey, I had to ask her what happened. She says, I don't know. I'm facing the wrong way. Yeah. Anyways, so I was working as a paramedic in Delano, and my wife was a nurse there at Bakersfield Memorial Hospital, BMH, there, along with Kern Medical Center, KMC. That's the trauma hospital there in Bakersfield, as you know. And then eventually we moved down out of Tehachapi because we didn't want to do that. She didn't want to do that drive anymore. So we moved down into an apartment in Bakersfield somewhere. And that's where I got deployed from. I got the phone call when I was up in Delano working, washing my ambulance, and my cell phone was going off on my hip, and I picked it up, and some, whatever his rank was, a lower rank young guy said, HM, what was I, HM3 or HM2 at the time? I think second class. Yep, Highway 99, many stories. I've actually got some stories on my channel, Gear Jammer, about motor vehicle accidents on Highway 99. There's that weird phone call coming over my speakers. I don't even know where it comes from. But anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, we moved into Bakersfield and I got deployed. I got the phone call while I was watching my ambulance, and then a voice said, HM2 McKay, are you on a secure line? I was like, boy, I thought that, well, I heard that in the movies. And I was like, I'm on a cell phone. He says, can you get to a landline? I said, yeah, sure. Awesome, Josh. So I had to go over to my employer. It's a mom and pop operated operation out of Delano, and Delano Ambulance, as a matter of fact. And I asked her, I told her, is my Navy on the phone? I need to speak on a landline. And she's like, oh yeah, use the back room over there, use the phone. So I went in there, closed the door, and got out my paper and pencil and started writing my notes. And they started giving me all the details of the who, what, when, where, and why. And I had 3 weeks to get my stuff together and sea bag packed and head for, and this is where I was going with that story, to head for Camp Lejeune, where I was processing there. And then from Camp Lejeune, my unit is out of Houston, Texas. So they flew me to Houston, Texas, and I was already 1 month behind due to paperwork glitches. Imagine that. And they had already relocated to 29 Palms, to the next part of the processing. So I'm in Houston, Texas, in a hotel room for free, hanging out. I visited my friend in Galveston, and we went sailing for a day while I was waiting for my flight out to 29 Palms. And so I flew to Bakersfield, and then they shipped me to 29 Palms. Where did I fly into? Maybe it was LAX, whatever. And then I drove on into 29 Palms and met the unit, the 123 Marines out of Houston, Texas. There you go. We were just talking about the fog. That pea soup fog coming down Highway 58 or down in the valley in the San Joaquin Valley. Unbelievable. Yep. We were talking about getting rear-ended, following the lines in the road, and God forbid anybody stopped in front of you. You can't even see their taillights. You can't even see their taillights. 29 stumps, that's it. That's it. Yeah, so that's where we processed all the Marines, including ourselves, immunizations. What was the big thing then? Was help me out. The oh my gosh, I'm the corpsman and I can't even remember. The series that was going on then, 2004, Anthrax. Thank you. We were given the anthrax series, and making sure everybody was up to date on all the immunizations, and making the hardcore Marines pass out, and by putting a needle in their arms. it was it was fun stuff. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Good old Porterville. I worked in you remember McFarland and all the prison systems there. I worked in Wasco also as a paramedic. Wasco and then Delano. Gosh, I'm bringing back blasts from the past, aren't I? Good old Wasco, McFarland, Tulare, Delano. What am I missing? You said Porterville. Good old Kern River. Yep, Shafter. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Now you're bringing back even more. Yeah, I didn't even know that part of the world existed until I got a job there. I was like, Wasco, what's that? McFarland? Delano? Yeah, we would respond into Tulare County, what we call mutual aid, if they didn't have medical coverage up there. The ambulance was busy or whatever. They would call us for backup. So we'd go into Tulare or Tight Lines. Hey, brother, gosh, I haven't seen you in. Wait, Tight Lines. Do I recognize you? I can swear I do. Tight Lines fishing. Wait, Tight Lines. Are you the one in North Carolina or South Carolina? I can't see your profile. No, it's not. You're another Tight Lines. Oh yeah, Lamont. And we would respond all the way out to Highway 5 or Interstate 5 on occasion out there. I forget what county that is. Ah, from Georgia. Have I met you before? Maybe your screen name is familiar, Tight Lines Fishing, or maybe that's just the popular um, uh, greeting as a fisherman, Tight Lines. Well, good to see you. A big bass fisherman myself. Oh, Button Willow. That's it, dude. I used to do standbys in Button Willow at the racetrack, at the drag strip, the Button Willow racetrack. If you didn't already know, wherever there's people, wherever there's events, there's a need for medical support. Either an ambulance on standby, or a medical department, or a nursing station, or a corpsman with the Marine Corps, or whatever. Yeah, we did standbys at Button Willow. Oh my gosh, dude, you're bringing back really cool memories. Yes, that was it, dude. Gosh, we used to head out there and hang out in an ambulance on the racetrack. There was a racetrack and a drag strip. There's like a road course where the Corvette Club or the Porsche Club or whatever club would go there and test their cars. We even had some Indy Formula One cars coming out there to break in their tires. But there was also a drag strip, if I'm not mistaken, and we would hang out there and while they did their drag strips. Oh, Famosa Racetrack. That was it, right? Is Button Willow the drag strip and Famosa? That was it. Famosa Racetrack. Or is Famosa the drag strip and Button Willow the those are the names. Button Willow and Famosa out there. Gosh, I forgot about Famosa or Famoso. Yeah. God, that's awesome. Chance, what street are you on? What do you mean? What street am I on? Oh, you mean in well, I'm off of there's a big highway, the old I was told, remember, I'm not from here, but I was told White Horse Pike and Black Horse Pike were like the two major thoroughfares that connected Atlantic City and Philadelphia. Well, now there's the Parkway, they call it. There's the Parkway that goes east west, and there's the Parkway that goes north south, and the other way that goes east west. Well, anyways, I'm off of White Horse Pike going into Atlantic City. That's a large road, but I'm 10 miles outside of Atlantic City off of White Horse Pike. Famoso had the drag strip. There you go. So yeah, Chance, if you look on my YouTube channel, in the description at the top, I think it's right below Doc Mackay. If you click on the description, I believe I have an email address in the description. Just click on email address and drop me an email when you're in the area. Okay? Because I check my email more than I do anything, and I'll get your message. So hold on a second. Let me check real quick my YouTube channel. Hold on real quick. Hey, Chance. I don't see it there. I must have taken it off, but I'm going to put it back up there. So when you're in the area, look at my description, and I'll put my my Hotmail address up there, and it's connected to my Gmail, so I'll get notified on my Gmail. And yeah, let me know where you are, and you can introduce me to your dad and your mom and or whoever you're with, and we'll go from there. Maybe your dad will go fishing with me and yourself or something. All right. Good night, Chance. You used to go to the truck terminal in East Brunswick, New Jersey, back in the late 80s. Gosh, you were covering ground. Yeah, I can I'll probably, what's that? Do you know what the first three words on Okie Baby learns how to say? And Okie Baby learns how to say. Do you know what the first three words on an Okie Baby learns how to say? No, what is it? I'm ready. Mama, Dada, and Bakersfield. Mama, Dada, and Bakersfield. Oh my God. Yeah, I had some cool calls, memorable calls. I narrate them or tell about them on my um, paramedic videos that I have on my channel. I tell about many, actually. I got 4 or 5, I think, stories up there in Delano during my 4 years. I think it was 4 years, 2000 to 2004, that I spent there in Delano at Delano Ambulance, and I recall some pretty crazy memories, crazy calls as a paramedic in and around Delano and outside of Delano. Out in the middle of, here's one, I haven't told this story yet. Oh my gosh, you just brought up. Here's a cool memory. Out in the grape vineyards in Delano, you know very well, the almond orchards, grape vineyards, orange orchards, etc. Well, we're in the grape vineyards north of, I think, north part of Delano or something, out in the out in the boonies, and the uncontrolled intersections, with no stop signs going either way. And we come across this one intersection. We're responding to a motor vehicle accident. And, that's always a pretty vague response. We don't know if it's going to be a fender bender, head-on collision, whatever, Honda versus Honda, semi-tractor trailer versus Honda, you name it, whatever. And so we get there, and there's, looks like shrapnel, looks like a bomb went off at this intersection, and it's uncontrolled out in the middle of grape vineyards. Grapes going east-west, grapes going north-south. And there's a vehicle off to the side out in the dirt, and it's looks destroyed, and there's pieces everywhere, and there's dust and dirt spread out all over the the intersection and down the road. And the first thing you notice that's kind of like peculiar is there's white powder everywhere. It looks like maybe like a cement, bags of cement just popped open and strewn everywhere. But you're looking at it and it's like, no, that's not gray. That's white. That's flour. They must have hit a flour truck or something. Well, we're looking for the other vehicle, and the other vehicle's not there. Was there another vehicle, or what did this small car hit? But there's white stuff everywhere. And there's really no bags open and strewn out. It's just like, wait, what did they hit, and why is there white stuff everywhere? Well, it turns out the one patient in the one car was hurt, and we put him or her on a backboard, and I think we had 2 ambulances on scene, and they might have taken that patient, and we're looking for and asking about, okay, where's the other vehicle? Apparently it hit another vehicle. Well, where's that vehicle? And nobody knows where it went. And somebody says, oh, I think it took off. And we're like, it took off? Where'd it go to? Which way did it go? And so we never did find out. Well, we didn't find out at the time, where this other car was and whether there were other patients with it. Well, as we're there on scene and packaging up that one person, we're looking at all this stuff, and you're trying to like visually put together the whole scene as to what happened. You're like an investigator trying to figure out, what is all this stuff? And this white stuff that is everywhere turns out to be cocaine. I swear. And as you look further, there's white baggies, Ziploc baggies everywhere, out in the grape vineyards, stuck in the grapevines. And they had duct tape packages, like with that packing tape, the yellow packing tape, and other, and baggies that it was wrapped in, broken open and strewn everywhere. And it turned out to be coke. I swear. And the police were there, and it turned into a big crime scene. And we're like, we have to go. And apparently, we get word that the other vehicle may have just showed up at Delano Regional Medical Center, which is the community hospital there in Delano. And we're like, no way. And we're talking on the radio to the hospital, and they said, yeah, we think the family's here because it's dad, mom, and a baby. and I guess the baby was critically hurt or something. And I think we remember seeing a baby seat or a baby, a restraint seat on the asphalt or whatever. But we never did see that family directly on scene. They apparently were still able to drive and took themselves to the hospital. And it was like a collision at the intersection. And the one vehicle was not the family, I don't think. It was the single occupant of the small car, had all the coke in the trunk. Oh, they did. You know what? I what what road? Do you remember what road that was? I remember there was a mall. Remember the mall? It's just south of Delano, I believe. It was probably after the Sears era, but I wonder if that was the same location. It seemed like there was a mall or an outdoor shopping center, because we responded to a stabbing at this mall. Yeah, where the cocaine was. I don't know. Brady, Donley. Well, I'm going to scroll back here real quick and see if I missed anybody. John Doe, Trump 24, Route 80. Route 80, Route 80. I'm looking here. Route 80. Route 80. County Line Road was where the distribution center was. Yeah, County Line. Anyways, it was a newer development. I remember there was some there were also the car dealerships south of Delano. I remember I bought a Mitsubishi. I bought my Mitsubishi wagon from that Mitsubishi lot. But it was in that same area. Anyways, it was one of the exits just south of Delano. It might have been distribution. Or you said County Line was where distribution center was. Was there a road called Distribution? Yeah, only two exits. That's right. One south and one north, if I'm not mistaken. We always had to figure out, okay, do we want to go to the north exit or the north on ramp and go southbound, or go to the south exit and go northbound to respond to motor vehicle accidents? Wow, good memory. Yeah, Kmart. Yeah, it was more upgraded when I was there. I was there 2000 to 2004. Gosh, what a small world, huh? Of all places, Delano. And they built that mega prison that right there in Delano, west of Delano. We had a contract with that prison. I forget the name of it, but it was 1 mile. It was a 1 mile block, 1 mile from corner to corner of the prison grounds. It was a 1 mile square. Yeah, we had a contract with them, so if they had any medical assistance needed, we would respond to the prison and jump through the hoops to get the prisoner out of prison into our ambulance, chained on our gurney with a sheriff escort or a guard escort in their vehicle, front and back, so we could take these guys to the hospital. Yeah, big prisons out there. McFarland, Delano, and I think Tulare had a prison, or did they? Yeah, I'm still. I still talk about my coworkers I worked with. I'm married to a Filipino girl, and so I've been in the Filipino circles for over 22 years, and because of that, of course, you get exposed to other Filipinos throughout the country and the world, and I used to work with two Filipinos in Delano before I actually married my current wife. But um, yeah, Adrian and Paul, the two EMTs that I used to work with. Yeah, Tehachapi. That's right. And then down into um, help me out, down into the desert to. I'm going to struggle with the name. I know my wife remembers the names of the two cities down there. No way. Did he really? A Radiator Man in Wasco. I'll have to. Like the Wasco, California. Wow. Yeah. What are the two cities down in the valley, down in the desert? Um, my goodness, I forgot the name. Yeah, down in the Mojave. What are the two cities? Um, the bigger cities as you're going east through the desert there. But no, not Barstow. Before Barstow, right outside, right down out of Tehachapi. Besides Mojave, you go into um, the heck. Two. Goodness, I forgot. No, not California City. Um, you're gonna make me go through the alphabet now. Uh, no, not boron. Boron, that's right there in Tehachapi. Remember the boron plant? Isn't boron the one in Tehachapi? No, not Kramer Junction. No, the two big cities down there. Starts with an L? Lancaster. Lancaster and what's the other one? Lancaster and next to Lancaster. Winston, you're back. Yeah, 20 Mule Team Road. I remember the 20 Mule Team. Yeah, and Palmdale. Thank you. See, how could you forget Lancaster and Palmdale? Yeah, that was on the way out to 29 Palms. Of course, you had to go through Barstow and yeah. What is that junction? Is that Kramer Junction? That four-way intersection? God, that's it's like not too many people know. The truckers know about that area very well, but unless you've ever driven that area, I used to be in the rock climbing circles for 30 plus years, Gear Jammer. So I visited Joshua Tree quite frequently, relatively frequently, as a destination. A weekend, we'd do a 4-day weekend at it, Josh. Yeah, Four Corners. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'm familiar. Yeah, yeah, on Highway 14. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I used to date a girl actually in Palm Springs when I was in high school. Actually, I was just out of high school. I was 19 and she was 16. And I ended up running into her and a guy friend of hers up on the tramway in Palm Springs. And then I ended up liaisoning with her on a weekend basis, driving the 111 miles from San Diego to Palm Springs to go see her. Oh gosh, Lake Isabella, gorgeous. Yep. Yeah, I did. I did. I had my um, times up in the Sierra Nevadas as a youngster out of high school, and got some great stories up there in the Sierras, and pretty cool. Western Auto, gosh, incredible. I remember a radio. I mean, air conditioning, a lower air conditioning hose blew on my Mitsubishi. I talked about it. My Mitsubishi wagon driving from New Jersey down to San Diego, and I was out coming out of um, Tuolumne Meadows and going down 99 or not 99, but is it 5 or 395 through the desert there on the east side of the Sierras, 15, now known as 15. And it was on the weekend, like on a Sunday, so it was like nothing was open. So I had to camp out for a night and park near a radiator place until they opened up on Monday, and they were able to fab me a lower radiator hose for my Mitsubishi wagon, so I could have air through the desert. It's like miserable, but truck yard off 99 and Olive Avenue in Bakersfield. Oildale. God, remember Oildale? I don't know Hodels. I don't remember. Chicken restaurant. I love it. You know, those are some member. I was just telling my wife today, Gear Jammer, we were reminiscing about living in Tehachapi. And it wasn't for her, unfortunately. It was God's country to me. I thought that was just, I didn't even know Tehachapi existed until I found it. Jordan Powell. Wow, Merle Haggard was born in Oildale. No way. No wonder he knows about Wasco. That's awesome. Did you see the one guy on America's Got Talent that made it pretty far from what's it called? He was from Bakersfield. Young kid, cowboy hat, guitar player, singer. He did pretty well on America's Got Talent. Forget his name. Yeah, as a matter of fact, the one employee that I worked with, Paul, the Filipino kid, he worked on as an oil. I don't know what the position. Whoa, sorry, not oil rigger, or he worked on an oil pump for a little while. He had some pretty cool stories. Not an easy job stories. Wow. On Sequoia Street in Bakersfield. Wow, cool story. Help me out, Gear Jammer. When you're coming down 58 out of Tehachapi, before you get to Bakersfield, I think I found a back way into Bakersfield. You could go right, take an exit off 58 and go north, and then make a left on some farm road out there. Wasn't there? And you could go into Bakersfield on that. I'm trying to think of what road was I on? I took my wife back there a couple times. I said, I found an alternate way. Check this out. And what road was I on? I know you know. Weed Patch Highway. I think that was it. I think they had some roadside fruit stands and stuff that you could stop at. I think it was Weed Patch Highway. Is that the exit, Edison? Yeah, that's it, dude. Isn't that weird? Yeah, I was just curious. One of those curiosity area familiarity, as we called it in the ambulance. Well, let me go down this road, see where this goes. Or you're looking on the map, and saying, "Oh, look, there's a." Yeah, it seemed like there was a truck stop there. Did Weed Patch have a number? I'm sure it did. Do you remember what's the number of Weed Patch Highway? Is that a 50 something also? Oh, a bar called Banducci's. Really? Merle owned that bar. Oh, wow. Oh, no. Did you grow up in Bakersfield? Or no, did you grow up in Oklahoma? Or did you do both? You graduated from high school in Oklahoma. What age were you when you were in Bakersfield? Oh, I didn't forget about you, Jaden. Are you still there? Or are you just passing through? Crystal. Oh my goodness, it's Crystal. Oh, you're still in Indianapolis. Cool. All right, Crystal. Crystal's actually from South Texas, way South Texas, and she's found some work, I think, up in Indiana. She she lives out of her van and elsewhere. Hence, Crystal Adventures. Oh, you lived in Cali till 76, then Oklahoma. Were you born in California? 76 to 81, then back to California in late 81. Are you in California now? No, you can tell me. Oh, then back to Oklahoma in 2000. Gotcha. Yeah, where were you born? Or were you an Oklahoma baby? Is that why you said, what is the first three words? Oklahoma. Oh, you were born in Bakersfield. That's right. You did tell me you were born in Bakersfield. Where at? Were you at Kern Medical Center, or which is older? Bakersfield Memorial Hospital, or was there another one? Adios, amiga. I was born at Sharp Memorial Hospital at Kern General. Sharp Memorial Hospital in San Diego, California. I'm a San Diego baby. Here's my story in a nutshell. Born in San Diego, elementary school. I'm sorry, back up. Born in San Diego. My dad worked for General Dynamics Electronics. Um, his work, electronics division, needed him to help out with a new plant in Rochester, New York. So he accepted it and moved us 4 kids. Was my sister born yet? She was born in 65. I believe so. Yeah, we moved back to Rochester in 1966. I was 4. And then lived in Rochester, New York. Dad worked for General Dynamics Electronics. That plant eventually closed. I don't remember why or whatever. And they moved my dad back to San Diego. So in 1970, June of 1970, we went back to San Diego. Him still working for General Dynamics Electronics. And we lived still in San Diego, not the same place, different location, from 1970 until 19, where I went through elementary school. I started elementary in Rochester, but I finished 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade in San Diego, and then middle school or junior high, 7th, 8th, and 9th in San Diego, and all of my high school, 10, 11, and 12. Then I got introduced to the medical field and went to paramedic school. Actually got introduced to pre-hospital emergency medicine in 1989. Went to EMT school and eventually became a paramedic in the year 1993. And then my quest to get a job, and that was, I ran into a lot of speed bumps there. I eventually found, I got married and had a family. I had 2 children at the time, married to a girl from Bangkok, Thailand, and I found a job up in Portland, Oregon, or in the Portland, Oregon area. So it's actually called Washington County, Oregon. And so we moved up to Washington County and lived there from 1996 to 1998, where life kind of fell apart, and ended up leaving my wife and kids and chasing a girl in Louisiana, of all places. So I drove from Oregon down to initially Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and eventually found a job in New Orleans, or what's the name of it? They don't call them townships there. They call them, oh my gosh, I forgot. Anyways, right on the tip of my tongue. Worked in the New Orleans area as a paramedic, and was hoping I was going to marry, oh my gosh, National City, Chula Vista, Nasty City, Chulawana, Lemon Grove, El Cajon, Poway, Escondido. Holy moly. I lived in Spring Valley. Lemon Grove's right at the top of the hill. I went to the church right at the top. Oh my gosh. Yep, my mom lives in Poway. And Mexcandito. That's right. Those are all the parishes. Thank you. St. Bernard Parish is where I worked in, right outside of New Orleans. So, yep. So I did the paramedic thing in St. Bernard Parish for 8 months, and then I had to leave Louisiana and get the heck out of Dodge. So I went back to California in 1998, 99, and then I found a job up in Delano. Actually, I found a job in Wasco and eventually Delano. And then at that point is when I, actually before I moved, and I was still in San Diego working at the Del Mar Fair, driving patrons from the parking lot to the entrance in the shuttle. I was putting my application in the Navy at 36 years old, and I accepted and signed my life away on the dotted line at the Denny's off of the exit to Del Mar. Whatever, is that the Del Mar exit? What exit is that? Whatever it is, at the Denny's right off of Highway 5. And then I was sworn in at 32nd Street Naval Station. I told you I was going to get to that when you mentioned that. And then, so I was a third class petty officer, corpsman, United States Navy at 36 years old, and I turned 37 2 months later in August. And that was 1999. And then I did find a job up in Wasco in the year 2000. So I ended up moving up there, and I was doing my Archie Olores channel.
I've only seen like.
Oh, that's 5 o'clock in the morning, my time, bro. I'm gonna be like too low in bed, getting 2 more hours of sleep before I wake up. Actually, 1 more hour of sleep after 5, and take my wife to work. But I'll look for you when I get home. So, anyways, I eventually moved up to that area, and that's when I get introduced to Tehachapi and Bakersfield and Delano and Wasco and McFarland and all that. I was doing my Navy drill as well as working as a paramedic in Delano. So one weekend per month, I would drive to. I moved my drill center from 32nd Street up to. God, I'm mentioning so many names. I'm struggling to remember where I drilled. Up in not Point Magoo, but Point Magoo is the other naval center, just south of that, at the Naval Air Station. Point Magoo. That was it. Okay, what did I say? Okay, sorry about that. The phone locked, and it's not my phone. I don't have the thumbprint to open it. So, yeah, I would do my 2-week drill at Point Magoo. I was saying there's Port Hueneme north of that.
Yeah.
So my wife and I would drive down to Point Magoo and stay in a hotel for the weekend on Saturday, Sunday. Then we'd drive back to Bakersfield or Tehachapi, eventually Bakersfield, and continue my paramedic job. And then in 2004, they finally found my name and deployed me to Iraq with the 123 Marines. Okay, Archie, I'll look for you tomorrow morning or this evening, your time. All right, Gear Jammer. Awesome. That's why you're still trucking. Yeah, and that's something. When you're driving the roads of America, you get to see a lot of things that most people don't even know about. A lot of places, intersections, roads, destinations, sightseeing, all of the above. All right, brother. Yeah, if I'm on again, find me. We'll chat about something else. You can tell me some more of your stories. Let's see if my hat will trigger another slew of naysayers and supporters. Thank you, Archie. Yeah, you too, Gear Jammer. Oh, you are. You know what? I'm going to collect Social Security at 62 myself. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just cash out and have them, send me at least a small monthly check to help support or supplement my wife's income. So I have a little bit to play with of my own. I need to do this side. I'm getting some radiation treatment on this wound over here on my nose, and it's turning it all red and crusty. Either way. Archie, are you still there? Come on, come on. Let's see if I can, wait, I'm 100%. Let's see if I can put this over here for a second while I bring this up on the TV as well. Is it? There we go. Let's see. Where are we?
Lol.
Uh-oh, I just closed it. I click on it to open it, and I closed it. Good job.
Okay, I'm following you guys. They kind of suck. Can we leave them behind? They're in their rebellious phase.
Gary's kitchen is open.
Go, 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 go. Get in. I didn't do it on purpose, I swear. I'll close the door. Wait. What do you guys got a gun?
Here, how about if
I don't want to be a king. It's just not point. Okay.
maybe if I put this in the back? How's that?
That was easy. They're just a man. Nice. Wait, shouldn't they put them? Actually, should have put it over in the. Okay.
Let me hear what this guy
Yeah. Hey.
has to say.
Well, then they die. They die to the ice. There's no point. Go. Let's go.
You know what? I should. Maybe I'll put this over here. I wonder if this view is. What's this view like?
This seems so nice. There's nothing
How about
tragic
that?
happening. Like,
No?
somebody's just walking. That's security system. See,
Maybe I'll put it right up here next to me.
just in case there's a monster.
How come I can't hear anything
Me
on
neither.
this channel?
A legit video?
Ah, volume's off.
Nah. Huh.
Jaden,
I wonder if you turned it on.
what's up? Jaden, are you
That's
Jaden? That's a guy's name. Pardon me.
Yeah. Outside. I mean, they are orange. Everyone knows.
Nice, PJ.
It's orange. Absolutely.
Where are you from, Jaden?
Absolutely. That's my mother's. Guys, did you guys think that? How are we going together? Oh, that's a good idea. That's good. Hey. Huh? I secured the fentanyl. I didn't take the fentanyl. Oh, this is kind of.
Hold on, guys. I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna come back on my uh, on my Xbox. So I'll be back shortly. Thanks for coming, Jaden, Gear Jammer, Archie, everyone else. See you guys soon. Later. As you were.